Tutorial 2. Drafting the dress form. Part 1. So, I have equipped myself with rulers, patterns, scissors, and markers of 2 different colors, and it's time to start drawing a grid for building my dress form. I draw a vertical line, the middle of the dress form, and draw a horizontal line, the shoulder line, in the upper part of the sheet. I start from the front and the back shoulder widths. I will use a red marker for all values of the front of the dress form and a black one for those of the back. The front shoulder width measurement is 33 centimeters. I divide it in half and get 16.5 centimeters. I mark it on the shoulder line, left and right of the vertical line. The back shoulder width measurement is 31 centimeters. I divide it in half and get 15.5 centimeters. I mark it on the shoulder line, left and right of the vertical line. I mark the shoulder length, 10 centimeters, inwards from the ends of the front shoulder width. I mark the neck base to bust middle measurement, 23 centimeters, down from the end of the shoulder length, point A, and draw the bust line. The bust middle measurement is 18 centimeters. I mark 9 centimeters on the bust line, left and right of the vertical line, points B and C. Then, I draw a perpendicular line through the end point of the front shoulder width, point D. And I mark the front shoulder slope measurement starting from the bust point, point B, and up to the shoulder tip. It is 21 centimeters in my case. I mark point E on the perpendicular line. We can see the shoulder slope now. This way, we have maintained both the width and the height of the shoulder. I join the points. And I transfer the construction onto the other side of the dress form. I mark the bust front measurement left and right of the center. My client's bust front measurement is 46 centimeters, so I measure 23 centimeters in each direction and mark the notches. Let's see how much falls upon the back. My client's bust circumference is 86 centimeters. I subtract the bust front measurement, 46 centimeters, and get 40 centimeters. This means 20 centimeters from each side of the dress form will fall upon the back. I mark the notches. Next, I step 8 centimeters below the bust line and draw the under bust line. Let's make calculations. The under bust front measurement is 40 centimeters, and the under bust circumference is 78 centimeters. Therefore, 38 centimeters will fall upon the back, nearly as much as at the front. So I'll do the same thing I did with the waistline, stomach line, and hip line. Mark the entire circumference in quarters. I mark 19.5 centimeters on the under bust line left and right of the central vertical line. It's important to check the location of cups at this stage. I have always told you there should be 5 to 6 centimeters between the cups and the side seam. I want to mark the location of the cups first. Let's assume the side seams cross the bust line through the notches of the bust front measurement, 23 centimeters from the center. I mark 6 centimeters inwards from those notches and get the end points of the cups. By the way, the golden mean principle tells us that the distance between the under bust line and the waistline should equal 1.5 of your palm width. My body is more or less close to my client's body, so I can easily check if I've chosen the right location for the waistline. I draw the waistline in order to check if the cups are placed correctly. The waistline is usually 10 to 11 centimeters below the under bust line. I draw a low neckline that will leave the entire center of our dress front open. I put the first cup in place with regard to the low neckline. I will shape it with the help of an arched underwire before setting it in. I mark the location of the underwire and outline it. Of course, these are only preparatory markings. Later, we will determine the location of the cups more precisely. I refer to my client's nape-to-waist measurement to double-check the location of the waistline. In her case, this measurement, taken from the waist up to the 7th cervical vertebra, is 38 centimeters. I step 1 centimeter below the shoulder line and mark it. Now I can see that my client's waistline should be 2 centimeters higher than it is. I redraw it and move the underbust line up to the level of the cup underwires. Determining the location of the waistline is a very important step in dress form construction. The thing is, measurements often lack perfect precision. I have already brought the waistline in correspondence with the nape-to-waist measurement, and now I'd like to check its location with regard to the back shoulder slope. This measurement equals 43 centimeters. It is taken from the point where the waistline intersects with the spine and up to the shoulder tip, i.e., the outer end of the shoulder seam. I can tell I need to adjust the location of the waistline again, and namely, shift it down by 1.5 centimeters. I draw the final location of the waistline. I mark a half of the waist circumference on the waistline. My client's waist circumference is 68 centimeters, so a half of it makes 34 centimeters. Therefore, I need to mark 17 centimeters left and right of the center of the dress form.